I think you'll got to a point where you would date someone just over text.
Who's most likely to round up for charity at McDonald's?
It's not going to be me, is it? He was a bit flirty, and I, in that moment, thought,
This is it, it's my sign.
No!
Welcome back, Everything and Nothing, episode 2.
Welcome back.
If you're a real one watching, drop a like on the video, leave a comment down below, because you know you've been with us every single episode since it's been dropping, and actually hugely appreciate you if you have. But other than that, since the first episode has dropped and they've gone so wildly viral, obviously, we've been getting millions and millions of DMs. My DMs are just full. No one can DM me anymore. They're full up. We've got too many DMs right now asking, guys, we need to get to know you better.
The paps are on their way. Can't text, can't call, can't pop to the shop to get a pint of milk.
Delete my number. We're gone now.
They are everywhere.
So what we're going to be doing this episode is just a few little games and just some stories, just basically about us and how we've met and all that good stuff. So give you guys some context.
You guys are gagging to know a bit of context behind us.
So yeah, we're both 23. We met at uni, so we've actually only been friends. I say only, still a long time, but like
5 years.
5 is it 5 coming up to 6, or has it just gone 5?
2019, end of 2019, we started uni.
God, yeah,
which makes me feel old.
Yeah, I saw sidebar. I saw a video the other day saying that when COVID happened, the year 7s that are going into year 7 this year were in year 2,
and we were in uni.
That's crazy. How were you in year 2 when COVID happened, and 7 now? Like, Jesus. Anyway, yeah. So we're old. No, we're not old. We're very youthful.
Young at heart. We met at uni 2019.
Yes.
On the same course, design for digital media, basically graphic design. There's so much I could talk about with that stupid course, but I'll save those details for later. Our class was quite small. It wasn't like a big lecture hall. It was more like a little intimate kind of thing. There was maybe like 30 people on our course or something. So you kind of had to mingle with each other a bit. And like, you didn't know anyone at uni going into it. No. I didn't know anyone from my hometown going to Brighton Uni, which is where we went. Not sure if we mentioned that. It was in Brighton.
Yeah.
And then obviously freshers, you just go out every single night. So
not just freshers either.
so we kind of just like had to all get along, and like everyone kind of befriend each other. Because I'm just drunk. I'm trying
to think back to like the first time when it was like, when I actually remember speaking to specifically you, but I don't think it was. I think we just hung around with each other like in a kind of like group sort of together, but it was never like, you know how you kind of know now like your friendship groups. Like when you're at uni and freshers, and maybe it's the same for everyone, or at least it just was for our course and our like year. It's kind of like everyone sort of just on that bike, just fuck off.
That's really rude. That reminds me of is it the Simpsons movie? There's a part where Homer and he's like,
yeah, when he's got his 3 tries to go full 360 degrees.
I think I could do that. I can't do that. I can't even ride a line bike. Those things are fucking
yeah, that's another story.
They're lethal. I could not. Anyway.
Yeah.
We were going out drinking all the time. We were mingling in a small group. Also, you have that rush at like just after freshers end. You're kind of gearing up for Christmas in first year, and then you have the awkward conversation of like, right, we need to find houses for second year. Who's going to move in with who? And I think that forced all of us in our course.
Yeah, we'll go into that.
To group together to try and find a house, because my flatmates were already doing their own thing. So, and like same scenario for a lot of people. So I think us lot all in the same course were then trying to organize that, and that probably brought a lot of us closer.
Yeah, 100%. Because going into uni for me, like at school, like to cut down what I was about to say in a long story short, basically all of my friends now are from uni. Like I don't think from my secondary school, and even before uni this was the case, like after I finished, actually like ended secondary school, because I didn't go to the sixth form, I went to college. I don't think I talked to a single person, like genuinely not one person that even went to my school anymore. So going into uni, that was one of my biggest things. I was like, I just make friends when I'm here, because like, if I don't, this is going to be a miserable time. And luckily I did, and here we are now. But when it came to that time when it was like around Christmas, I don't know if I was the one to bring it up or not, like that awkward thing about houses. But there was a small group of us that, everyone just kind of like said it into the open to everyone, and then everyone's like, yeah, let's all of us get a house. And then
There was almost
she went
too
left.
many of us as well. We were looking
Yeah, there
for like
was.
8-bed houses, which just
Yeah, don't exist, or if it does, it's gonna be in the middle.
they're grim.
nowhere.
They're
Yeah.
literally grim. Like especially in Brighton, any houses that are going to be like 8 rooms are just going to
God.
be disgusting. 'Cause,
Yeah, it'll be like you'll be
most
sleeping
houses
in the
there are
kitchen.
like 4 beds, 5 beds. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
be sleeping in the
yeah,
kitchen.
and I feel like all of us lot on our course just kind of got closer through going out all the time in freshers.
Yeah, because I remember. I
I
think
was out all the time.
it's become a thing where like, although I don't know whether I only remember it this way because it's the only time I've ever got a video or photo or anything of it, or whether it just actually was like our first night out together, where it wasn't like a freshers night. Was I've got that video on my phone of us in Burger King, and you've got so when I went to freshers, I just took stupidly as a club, just a bit of a random little shit and gig. Fucking, I took a what are they called? A little deal with it, like sunglasses things, just for funny.
Yeah,
For thinking, not because I thought they looked cool. I would just whack them out at a random point. There'll be a really cringe song that comes on, and I just put them on just to make it even more cringe, and shit like that. And I've got a video somewhere of us like about to leave Burger King. You're stood there in your North Face puffer. You've got my deal with it glasses on, a Burger King hat, and you're just like shouting and you're like, "Come on, we got a lick," or some shit like that on my phone. But that's like. That's at least the oldest memory I can find of us, like, not in, like, class or anything.
Yeah, that must have been, like, October, November, because the weather was awful. That's why I was
always awful. Jacket. And we still, every time after a night out, went see like a bad Burger King, one of the two, after every single night out.
We would religiously go to a place called Seaside Kebab on Brighton Seafront after every night out. And then it came out midway through uni that it had a 0 health rating.
Yeah, it came out with that about, what, halfway through second year?
And we continued to still eat there knowing that it had a 0 health rating.
That's the neatest thing ever.
It never put me off.
Yeah.
I had such...
I got it last week when I went to Brighton. We went down to Brighton on the beach.
0 health rating.
It's actually good in there now.
I had such a relationship, emotional like relationship and attachment to Seaside Kebab that even I looked past that 0 health rating. How do you get a 0 health rating?
Oh, I don't actually know. But they I swear they never shut as well. Yeah, literally Burger King foot lettuce, but not even Burger King. But I always thought
stop me.
It didn't shock me when it came out because every time I used to go in there and
it
like
was
first
grim.
year, it was grim. And also, I'm pretty sure it was just owned by some guy who just let all of his mates work there because you go in and just random people behind the counter every time.
It had character though. It had character,
and it had fucking good food
and really nice cheesy chips.
Oh my
and
God,
chicken nuggets.
And the cheesy chip wraps you used to be able to get from there.
Oh, the cheesy chip wraps.
I literally for context, I'm not like a big eater. So when like even on nights out and stuff, like I can't usually eat a lot. And when I went there last week, I came back and got a kebab. And normally a kebab, like there's getting leftovers. I ate the whole thing literally so quickly. It shocked me. I must have been starving.
I haven't had a proper kebab in ages, but I remember when I was maybe like 16, 17, I used to eat kebabs sober. Which is disgusting.
Yeah, kebab sober is like...
I used to soberly walk into a kebab shop and get a doner meat and chips. with like loads of salad, loads of garlic mayo, maybe like...
I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world, but like... when you've got other options...
Disgusting.
What, so you literally only like it when you're drunk? Like, not even like, oh, it's not great when you're sober?
When you actually deep doner meat... That's disgusting.
Literally mystery meat.
It's mystery meat on a stick. Like, what is that? And it's so grim. But when you're drunk, it's so nice. But yeah, when I was in like year 11, I used to love it sober. Yeah. Now I could not think of anything worse.
We used to get that literally every night at uni.
The mystery meat. Speaking of mystery meat, I'm going on a tangent here, but trust me, it will be worth it. Okay. Have you seen on TikTok Rebecca's Chinese?
It rings a bell, but I couldn't picture it.
It's a Scottish woman, and it's like a non-traditional Chinese takeaway, and it's all like the shop's rainbow, and it's like not authentic whatsoever.
So we're talking about a Chinese shop here, like a Chinese
takeaway shop.
Yeah.
And it is fucking disgusting.
Why?
Honestly, her comments are the funniest things ever. There's a curry sauce that she pours on everything, and everyone in the comments calls it crude oil. It's grim, and the chicken looks like white rubber. It's honestly
white rubber.
Okay, I'm gonna show you.
Crude oil for curry sauce is actually insane, but such like I can picture it being a comparison that's valid.
If we're doing techie bits, we'll put it here. I'm gonna show you.
If you're gonna get something on your phone to put on screen, just send it to me.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll put it on the screen. What was that? That doesn't even look like chicken. That looks like what's the fucking chicken? It looks like halloumi. It doesn't even look like chicken.
Look at that sauce.
That looks like paint. No,
I love it when she puts crude oil on top. Boiled chicken and crude oil. Crude oil is back.
Nah, that's insane.
I love tar and clay.
That is insane. We might as well have been having fucking crude oil in our food when we probably did have crude oil in our food, like actual crude oil in our food when we was at
Here's Rebecca.
Oh my god.
Rebecca, from a friend to a friend, this is a disgrace to the Asian community.
To the Asian community. Yeah, that whole of China or whatever takeaway is disown her. That's insane.
Awful. How can you do this?
That is a 0 food rating. Anyways, we've been sidetracked massively here.
Okay, hold on. Right, so
we're talking about, like, I'm trying to think back to when it went from, oh, we're just chilling in a group, to like, okay, we're actually friends now, like, we're cool, we chill with each other.
Well, it was sometime in first year, obviously.
Do you know what it would have been, actually? After that night out that I was talking about, it probably wasn't that one, but a lot of the times we just used to go back to, like, your flat or my flat.
Yeah.
And just chill there. So I remember one time, that was fairly early on to when we were friends, I came back with you to your flat after. You got in bed and we were just chilling or whatever. And then you were just talking to me, and mid-conversation you just fell asleep.
Yeah, I was laying in bed and Ben was sat on the chair and I fell asleep mid-conversation.
And I just got my phone out to get a picture of you, like, you dickhead, and just sent it to you. So you saw it in the morning. And she has to get up and leave halfway through a conversation with you.
Not good. We started uni in end of September.
Oh, it was the same night.
Oh.
So I was right. I wasn't right, like, I didn't think it was the same night, but it was. That's funny then. Oh, I remember it in first year as well. Oh, I missed my first year flat so much, just purely because of the memories. It was like any other standard uni halls, but like the way the kind of halls were set out in Brighton, my flat was kind of like in the block of flats that was in the middle of all the different halls. So whenever there was like a night out or whatever, we usually just breed at my house. I just say, everyone come to mine, we'll chill here, we'll breed to the point where everyone enjoyed coming over to mine's, like, quite a bit, to the point where some nights we drank in my flat, like, and when I say in my flat, I mean in my actual bedroom in my flat, and not even in the kitchen in my flat.
We'd have like 10 people squished in your tiny room.
There was one night
Ben's room was a prison cell. It literally was a single bed, a tiny walkway, the desk that's almost touching the bed.
Yeah.
And then, like, a walk-in bathroom shower thing, and that was it. It was so small.
People stayed over at my flat half the time. You stayed over at my flat quite a lot of times.
We've had, like, 2 people in your bed, 2 people on the floor.
Yeah, literally.
People, like, sat on the floor by the door.
So much shit happened. And I remember, like,
the desk.
One night we literally just had, like, a party in my room of the flat. Like, it wasn't even in the kitchen or anything. There was about 10 people just in my fucking room because I had my, like, computer set up with
I remember being in your kitchen and your flatmate Dan threw a lettuce at my head.
Oh yeah, me and Dan used to fuck. I remember one time. Oh, I hope Dan watches this. I remember one time, everyone in the flat was gone, and it was just me and Dan left in there. God knows why. The girls went somewhere. Jacob was at his friends or whatever, and like everyone was just everywhere. Dan were in the flat, and it was around near Halloween time, and on the side were, like, I don't know what they're called. I still don't know what they're called even after she told Dan, but they looked like little pumpkins. So Dan was just fucking around, like, like, we were just thinking, oh, it's Halloween, like, nearby. They just got little pumpkins. Like, they don't want a big one. They just want these little ones. Thing, but they weren't orange, but they were like yellow and like some other. They were like a yellowy orangey color, but they weren't like, you wouldn't look at it and instantly be like pumpkin. You would have genuinely thought like a mini pumpkin that's not like ripe yet. Even do pumpkins even go fucking ripe? I don't know. And he was messing around. I don't know what made him think to do it. And it's kind of what sounds one of them things that's just like, it's not even funny, but at the time, because it was just so like, why have you even done that? He was just getting random things, like other foods and just like throwing them in the air and just with a fork, just holding them like that and just like catching them on the fork, but like, so they spiked onto it and stuck. And then he just looked over at this thing, got this little pumpkin. It was about the size of like a big like baseball or cricket ball. Like, I don't know. But it fits in the palm of your hand, but you have to open your hand like that. throws it up and just catches it and spikes on it. So I'm videoing it of him just throwing these fruits or whatever. I still don't know to this day what they were. Throwing them and just catching them on this book. Send it into like my thingy group chat. One of the girls, ding, come message in the group chat or whatever. And she's like, those are my fucking... I don't know what it was. It's the name of some vegetable I've never even fucking heard of. But it looks like a mini fucking pumpkin. I'll probably put it on screen and find out what it is after this. But those are my thing. I just remember me both opening it on our phones, just looking up at each other, just pissing ourselves because we were fucking around.
Remember when Dan jumped and headbutted through the ceiling?
Oh my god, yeah. So in our flat, in our hallway, I don't know what they're called, but you know them like grid ceilings and they have the panels that you can like pop out. Dan was quite tall and the ceilings weren't massive in our like massively high in our flat. So he just, I don't even know what we would do. It wasn't even a party or anything. We were just fucking around in the flat. And he just knocks on my door. He's like, what? And he's like, watch this. And he's like, backs up a little bit, does like a tiny little run up down the hallway, and just jumps like straight up in the air, like pencil dive pose, up into the ceiling. So his head lifts up one of the panels in the ceiling. And again, it's another stupid thing that it's not funny, but just because he would just like, no one told him to do it or prompt him to do it. The fact he just randomly done it, knocked on my door to get me to come out of my door and come and look at him do it, like literally like a little kid. And then I get him to do it again so I can video it because it's just funny. As he does it, he takes a massive run up, goes and does it, leaps. As he jumps into the thing, he splits the pan off.
I didn't know he broke it.
Yeah, he broke it. I'll try and find the video now just to show you. I can't be asked to put it on the screen. But where is it?
He broke it.
Yeah, he cracked it. I'm trying to find. Oh, I can't find it. But yeah, he broke up and cracked. Like it somehow stayed in the ceiling, but it was split down the middle. Like, there's a crack in like half of it. Oh,
I feel like both of us were pretty blessed with our flatmates. I liked my flatmates. I was in my, so we were in separate halls. I applied to uni through clearing. I applied last minute. I didn't know if I wanted to go, so we went in different halls. I would have wanted to go in your halls because they were cheaper and like socially
My
better.
halls are actually the best ones.
I ended up in private halls and they were so expensive, and I was with all the rich international students, but all of my flatmates were very normal, and so most flats were 6 people. Mine was 8, and we were the only flat in the whole of our block that was all girls. And when I found that out, I immediately thought, oh my God, this is either going to be really good or really, really, really bad. Like, we're all going to hate each other. God. And actually, it was so good, except one of my flatmates dropped out. So she moved out, and the person that replaced her hated us. She was basically nocturnal.
I remember you. Yeah,
she was so weird. She never ever left her room, but she'd like slip notes through our doors and send like passive aggressive texts into our group chat. And she slept at really weird hours. Like, she would get really angry if we ever made noise at like 6-7 p.m, but then she'd be up singing and shouting at like 4 a.m. or something.
That's crazy.
And she used to never cook in the kitchen. She'd cook in her room. She had like a crock pot thing in her room.
Have you seen this like the guy on TikTok like cooks everything in like a little, I don't know what it is, like a little air fryer thing in his room?
Yeah.
And Gordon Ramsay's like reacted to him and just been like, fair.
Yeah, I saw that they made a beef Wellington.
Yeah.
And it looked banging.
Yeah.
But she was like that, but bad. But not good. Yeah,
I remember you
she did not like any of us. So we never really spoke to her that much unless she was having a go at us. And then I think another person moved in near the end of first year, and they again didn't speak to us. Constantly were cooking weed brownies.
Oh my God.
In our like
in
pots
your
and
oven.
stuff.
In your pots and shit.
Like trays and stuff. Yeah, they would, and they'd make weed brownies in them and like stink out the kitchen.
One of my flatmates did that once, but they never did it at our flat, so I didn't really.
But I did quite like my halls though. I love the security there. They were so calm.
There was no security. As long as you waited outside for someone to open the door, you could get in.
No, I loved our security so much. Do you remember Tony?
Yeah. I know what you're gonna say.
Tony was my favorite security guard receptionist guy. He was so nice. He treated us like we were all like
people.
Yeah, like there wasn't this weird like power imbalance. Like he was just so sound. And I remember after a night out, I brought him a Subway back. Because he would also give me leftover food. If I came in fucked from a night out, he'd give me food. He had Taco Bell one night, and I came in absolutely
Wasn't there-
steaming, and he gave me 2 burritos.
Wasn't there a story of
What
was it
a
him?
guy.
Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. I was gonna say I thought there was a story of where someone was too drunk to get home on a night out and no Ubers.
That was also Tony.
Oh, it was.
That was
What was I
Tony.
thinking
That
of
was
then?
Tony with one of my flatmates.
Ah, that's where I've heard.
But
of them.
he wasn't doing this in a weird way. Like there was no ill
Tony was nice.
intentions. Tony was actually just such a sound guy.
Yeah.
And then he left, and I was gutted.
Yeah, my flatmates,
Tony.
I liked all my flatmates, other than one that I kind of fell out with. Yeah, I liked all my flatmates. It's just one of them where we naturally weren't like, we didn't have all the same interests. But they were nice people, and I liked them. Like, I think I've bumped into a few of the girls since, and I've said hello and stuff, and whatever. I think I saw one of them maybe at like graduation or something. But yeah, I think, yeah, blessed in flatmates in the sense that there was no one that was like, dread. I remember one time though, I love him, but fucking, do you remember Jacob in my flat? I remember one specific night, I was in my flat, in my room, and Jacob was just like, I always used to say to everyone in fairness, like, just rock, unless I'm saying specifically not to, rock up into my room whenever, and I'm happy for people to come in. I'm always the same when I live with people, as you know. Just rock up in my room wherever, and he would do that. Fine, said I can do that. There was one night where chatted a bit or whatever, and then I was like, oh, my friends, like, we're gonna play GTA. Like, I had my PlayStation in my room. I was like, well, we're gonna get online and play GTA tonight. Anyway, in the party, whatever. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just sit in the background here. I've got nothing else to do. I was like, cool. And he sits in the background, goes on his phone. Not like going on his phone, like, you can't do that. Like, phone call. Gets a phone call, and you know, Jake, quite loud. In the background of my thing, just on the phone, just like, he's not talking to me, he's not including me in his phone call. I'm talking to my friends, I'm locked in on GTA. We're playing that. He's sat on the bed about 2 yards behind me on the phone, and he's not quiet. To the point where my friends are literally laughing down the mic at me, being like, "Get this guy out of your fucking phone." It was so awkward that I couldn't just turn. Nowadays, I would have turned around, but like, if you're just gonna be on the phone, you just fucking like go in your own room. I don't know why I didn't then. It was just so awkward when I was in the flat, and I felt too awkward to turn around and be like, "Can you just get out?" Like, for seemingly no reason, even though it very much was a reason.
Miss
in
you,
the flat.
J-Star.
That was the one night where I was like, Jacob, love you, but please get the fuck out. I don't know why I didn't say anything at the time, but oh, it was funny. Oh, Jacob's funny as well.
Yeah, it was sad that we had to leave first year early because of COVID, and uni and COVID was tough.
Yeah, like uni, even though uni is still shit, and like in first year it doesn't even matter. I remember some of the funnest times as well, and I also think we forget it, and I think this is where, I mean, we would have been chilling by this point anyway, because we wouldn't have gone in otherwise. But we used to just go in like on our days off, we don't have lectures and stuff, and just fuck around at uni. Used to go into do work at uni and just sit there fucking around.
Done.
Oh my god, though, when Vanessa used to come in and she used to bring Alfie, so our lecturer had like the buildings, like, I don't know if every uni has this, probably not, that has like a, what's it, like a therapy dog, I guess, or like a support dog, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Basically just a really cute dog with a really calm temperament. They used to just come in and he was so, I remember one time specifically as well, I literally needed to maybe tear up and cry in a thing. I was having like, I don't think I was having a shit day, I was just in a really shit mood for whatever, and we had to go into uni. And I went in there, and I literally, I'm not exaggerating this to the slightest. I went into uni, I think it was one of the times where we had a project and we was having like a little one-to-one, so it'd be like a few people. So we were all sat around one table. And so he was sat with Vanessa, obviously, Vanessa's his owner. And I come in, sit down on the chair, and Alfie just literally, without me even calling him, looking at him, I didn't even realize he was with her, just walks over to me, sits down, and just rests his whole head like on my leg, like on my thigh, like
so
a head.
cute.
I was like, you're literally gonna make me cry in a second because I'm in a terrible
I miss
mood.
him.
Yeah, he was so cute though, and yeah. Okay, so I'm not sure how much of that got cut out or edited down, but not that you'll know anyway. We're gonna do a who's most likely to with each other, so you can kind of just get a sense of both of our personalities that way, and not necessarily like our backstories and all that kind of stuff. So to do it, we've got
props.
We've got props.
We've got budget.
I forgot that we would need some sort of little whiteboard or paper to do this with. So literally before this episode, I've had to cut this out of cardboard and make it so.
This is budget.
We're putting in the effort. But yeah, so I've got some funny. Well, I think will be funny. Would you rather's? Not would you rather's. Who's most likely to's? And what we're gonna do is I'll just read it out, count down, and you're just gonna hold up B for Ben, L for Lexie, facing the camera. That's the one you're holding up. Of who you think is most likely to do X thing. Pretty simple. So
hit me with it.
they're gonna in my opinion, they're gonna get a bit juicier as we go along.
God.
Some of them are like just silly ones, and also like if I can think of any of the top of my head, I'll add them. There's not loads, but we'll deliberate on them after. So, first one is a pretty simple one, but who's most likely to blame someone else for something that they did? Right? I'll give you a little time to think. Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
It was
Yeah,
always
it's always
going
going to be you.
It's never my fault.
I didn't even think didn't have this in mind when I was writing the question.
Nothing is ever my fault.
I remember
I'm never wrong.
the story when you was...
No. We're not bringing that up. We're not making that public, Ben. We're not making that public knowledge.
Why? Because you'll know.
I'm taking that to the grave.
Oh, I'm laughing.
Let's just say something
That's
happened.
not even that bad. Please, we tell him.
No.
Why?
No, because there are people from my school that definitely still think.
They're not gonna care now.
No. No. I'm not. Then I've got too much dignity for that.
No.
I can dabble into it. But I'm sparing details.
Yeah, spare details. Go on, you tell it. I'll let you tell it then. I'll give you that.
Okay.
That grace.
People make mistakes. Everybody has those days, right?
Yeah.
Everybody has just things that happen, okay? In maybe year 8, I think it was year 8, because we were in a class.
The fact you're not just telling this is hilarious.
I'm absolutely not telling it.
Yeah, go on.
I think it was in year 8. I'm sparing details. I did something.
Yeah.
That's not bad, just embarrassing. It was no harm. It was just really embarrassing. And I was
so much worse than it is now. You've
embarrassed.
literally made it so much worse than it is. It's literally not that deep. I'm not telling them, but it's literally not that deep. Lexie basically did something embarrassing. Everyone knew about it, but didn't know it was Lexie, and Lexie blamed someone else for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to this day, I've gotten away with it.
And the worst bit is, everyone else believed that.
Yeah.
So
except one guy in year 11.
He's gonna write you in the comments
the end of the year, gagged me. He came up to me and completely openly went, "I know it was you that did that in year 8." And
everyone
I was like,
probably did. Everyone probably did, but sometimes it's just funny when it's
Yeah,
in school and
but
everyone
I
goes
still-
along with it being the other person.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, everyone went along with it. So it was the other person, and I'm
Everyone definitely
really
knew.
sorry, because if you can put 2 and 2 together and you know who you are, you'll know what I'm on about, and I'm not.
If they're specifically watching this, that's
It was
funny.
really unfortunate that you were near me in that moment.
That's hilarious if that is the case.
You were the unlucky one and you got chosen. So sadly, the verdict is
hilarious.
that I'm
You've genuinely, by not saying it, made it sound like something so much worse than it was. Like, you would tell it and everyone just go, "Oh, ha, I literally not even care."
Yeah, but they can't find out.
Funny. What if we bleep the... Oh, but they're going to know.
No,
Okay, I was going to say we complete the name. Okay, this one's a bit of a different one. Also, I'm intrigued to see what we both put for this. But, right, this one is who's most likely to end up in a relationship over text. So you never meet them. You're just, like, in a relationship over text.
Okay.
I'm having to think about this one. Because I actually don't know. I don't think either of us are that likely to, but... Right, let's reveal it. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
You're stupid if you think it's me.
I said you. No. No.
Yes.
Right.
I'm the pickiest person ever. I am so picky. I've been single for years, and that's honestly...
We both have.
Yeah, Ben, I'm so picky.
Yeah.
The way you're texting me about your Hinge endeavors, I think you'll got to a point where you would date someone just over text if it was someone. Just
What has ever made you think that about my Hinge endeavors?
because you tell me that that it's just like your love life's in the mud kind of thing.
I see the angle you've come from, so fuck you. I thought you meant like, something I told you means that I've fallen in love with someone on Hinge. Lexi's coming in with the angle of you're not going to find fucking anyone, so the best you're going to have is on text.
No, that's not my opinion.
No,
That's what you say to me.
No, that reason I've said you is because you've matched with people on Hinge.
I've said that. No, I'm saying that you've said that to me. That you're like that. Like it's.
That's not why I've said you.
No, I'm not saying that.
Oh.
Okay. How do I word this that makes sense? My phrasing that insinuates I'm saying, "Oh, Ben will just have anyone at this point," is because you've texted me things that insinuate that you're at that point in your love life that's not out of reach.
Yeah.
Gagged.
No. Yeah. Not completely,
I honestly,
not completely inaccurate, but like to the point of like,
well, you're not wrong.
I would not actually get in a relation. This is what I mean. I don't think either of us realistically, but the reason I've said to you though is you've literally matched with people on Hinge, and before even meeting them or like even scheduling a date, or they might have scheduled a date and then not happening, you have been like, I literally love this person.
Yeah, but
that's why I put you instead of me, because I don't think I will ever be like that until I meet someone.
Yeah, but I still wouldn't get in a relationship with them without meeting them. I would never be.
Yeah, but I feel like
I'd
that's
never
more
be
closely.
an e-girlfriend.
No, that's what I mean. Realistically, I don't think that's likely for us to ever happen. But most likely, that slightly edges you, in my opinion, because in theory, right? Let's just say, person you matched with, sort of like they did, but it didn't last very long. Because obviously, like I said, we're not likely to do it. But let's say there's a fucking Central C fucking lookalike. There's matches you on Hinge. You're like, oh my god, and they're just stringing you along with like, scheduling dates cancelled, scheduled dates cancelled. But you're still chatting to them in between because you think, oh, I'm gonna schedule another date.
No, because when that happened to me last, I pied them.
No, yeah. I get that, and that's again why I think it wouldn't happen. But I don't know. Anyway, let's move on from that one because we will argue back and forth on that all day.
I called Ben desperate and he called me a tragic, hopeless romantic. So
yeah, they're not far away from each other.
Period.
Next one. I don't know how any of us are going to decide this. Next one. Who's most likely to round up for charity at McDonald's?
Oh.
3, 2, 1.
It's not going to be me, is it?
I'm only saying you because I feel like someone else could pressure you into doing it. Easier than me. Like if a stranger third party, like for example, if there's a stranger third party just came up to you and start waffling to you and you're just like, go away, and they won't go away until you've done that, you could be like, yeah,
then yeah, if they were pestering me until I did it and I gave them 5p or whatever, then I would.
Yeah.
I told you I had a Mary Curie person come. Did I tell you about that?
You didn't say that you had one come to me, but when I came to your house the other day, when I knocked on the door, you was like, I didn't want to open it in case you were one.
To cut a very long story short, I opened the door when a Mary Curie, like, do you want to call them like a door-to-door, like, salesperson?
Yeah.
Knocked on the door. I thought it was a postman. Anyway, this guy, I was very nearly convinced. He was grabbing my hand.
What?
I know. He grabbed my hand twice, and I was sweating so bad.
Let's call someone.
I was sweating so much. I answered the door, and I was in just my hoodie, nothing underneath, like, felt very vulnerable, like,
and he's grabbing up your hands
and he was grabbing
trying to sell you a charity.
he was a bit flirty, and I in that moment thought,
it's my sign.
No. Yeah, you're jealous. I'm getting some action. We're moving to third base. I haven't even had to do anything. I just had to answer the door. I thought, and this is why I'm kind of agreeing with you on this aspect. Not only was it making me a bit uncomfortable because this guy was literally holding my hand, being flirty with me and like weird, but I also was thinking like, I don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. You're also just trying to chase your bag.
How does that happen? Because obviously you're kind of stood there like hands by side, like, what are you doing at my door?
He grabbed
and he's literally
my
just
hand.
like, just like leans forward, fucking.
Yes.
Jesus. Twice.
And he asked for a high five as well. And I was thinking.
Twice.
Yeah.
You let that happen twice.
Yeah, once the beginning.
Like, once the first one happened, you weren't just like hands in pockets, or did you not have pockets on your thing?
I just had my hands out, and I was home alone as well. That's the most action I've got in a long time.
Fuck's sake. Who's most likely to fart in an elevator full of people? I don't need to do a countdown. It's
definitely me.
Next question.
I can't burp, so
actually same. I can't.
I've never been able to burp, so naturally, it's got to come out somewhere.
Yeah.
But I hold it in. Doesn't mean I would agree I'm more likely to.
Yeah.
But
definitely more and also just because of like your luck sometimes like you'll be trying to hold it in, it would just slip out.
Well, can't say that hasn't happened to me before.
If we're just talking logistics as well, like I work from home. You work in an office building with elevators, you're more likely to actually be in that situation for it to happen. I am. I mean, there is an elevator in my thing, but I go in once on average every 2 weeks. This one is most likely to join a cult. Now, like, this is deep.
Cult?
Yeah, doesn't necessarily have to be anything like deep, like or religious or anything. Like, or like 3, 2, 1.
Me?
Yeah, I'm saying you, kind of similar to our first thing. I think But the thing that was spinning me for the cult is that it's not like a salesman when they come and join our cult. Like, you get brainwashed into it.
I'm gullible and easily convinced into things, and also
you see a few TikToks and you be like, oh my god, I'm gonna join it.
Exactly. And I was thinking, like, you know, when you see like fandoms and stuff, which some of them are borderline cults at this point.
Yeah.
I could definitely be convinced to join a fandom of something random. Not anything, and this isn't anything like sinister.
You could be like, we're doing a giveaway, and you'll be like,
I'm not gonna join like a satanic cult for a laugh, but like if it's like a fandom-y cult, I could probably be convinced for the right reasons.
Well, yeah, and you basically are. If you're a Charlie XCX fan, Taylor Swift fan, you basically are in a cult.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift fans, I'm not gonna get into that because I'm fearing for the comments already. But yeah, borderline cult.
Taylor Swift fans scary. K-pop stans on Twitter scary.
K-pop stans. My opinion's changed in this recently. I used to think the same. The ones that are like just weird, like you can say literally anything and they'll have the same spam reply. Yeah, weird. That's weird. But like, K-pop as a general thing, I don't know. I used to think it's so much. It's gonna sound horrific on my part, but like,
Be careful what you say.
Like overhyped. I used to think it was way more overhyped than it actually is. Like, I'd be like, why the fuck do you care about this thing?
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I've seen a few videos that actually look pretty. And also, there's just been a few songs that have brought like features on.
I just don't
like Jungkook with is it Central C song or was it J Cole? Jungkook and J Cole actually like that.
I just don't really get the like.
There was just a time where on Twitter it was everything.
Yeah, and I don't
like every tweet would just be "don't care" plus K-pop in the fucking comments.
Like Onika burgers.
What did you say?
The girls will know what that means. You can keep that in.
Yeah, well, we'll keep that in because I have no clue.
She ate Onika burgers.
She ate burgers.
She equals 8. Onika equals burgers.
I'm not gonna.
You search that after this.
This one, I mean, this was obvious, but it's more that I just wanted to talk about the topic. This one's who's more likely to survive longer in a zombie apocalypse.
Obviously not
yeah,
me.
Obviously gonna be me. But
I wouldn't even try. I probably would kill myself. Sorry.
It's probably true, but
okay.
No, because we can help each other. No, but all right. Let's spin it.
I don't think I'd even want to try.
Individually, yes. Let's say we're both like on a team, like we're together. But who do you think's actually surviving longest?
Not me, obviously. Why? In what world?
Yeah, true. There's a situation where we've got to run charged.
In what world?
You're like...
I'm not joking. I genuinely, there's no nice way of saying this. I genuinely think I would rather just die if there was a zombie apocalypse.
You'd have too much pride to run for a zombie. No, not even that. You just wouldn't get away. If you
I've ran away from zombies before. I told you about...
Before? What zombies have you run away from?
Let me finish. Thorpe Park.
Oh, fucking hell.
Fright Night. The Walking Dead maze.
Oh, yeah, fair.
And I ran and I cried.
I want to go to Fright Night. I say that. I probably won't go now and I'll be like, surrounded by 15-year-olds.
I was so scared.
You'd be terrified even now to go to Fright Night.
I don't actually think I could.
Should we do it and vlog it? Do it as a Fright Night thing. So I remember once I went there. One of my friends.
I would go back, but I'm not going in the maze.
The mazes aren't as bad as you think they are. How old were you when you went?
17.
Fucking fine. I think you'll be able to see past it a bit as like that's a guy dressed up as a zombie. Because that's the way I look at it. It makes it really funny.
Yeah, see, in my mind, I'm like, maze. I'm literally going to die in here. I'm not making it out alive.
I remember one where the same Walking Dead maze would obviously change it a bit every year. And this time, we got on it, and you have to go on a bus. Like you get on a bus, and then like the zombies kind of like walk up and down.
Yeah, I got on a bus.
And you're meant to like pretend to like duck down and hide from the zombies. I'm just sitting there laughing. But when you laugh at them, you're not scared by them. It makes them want to try it and scare you more. And I was with my friend who's the same as you. She was just terrified of zombies. Well, not terrified of zombies, just terrified of all the shit that's going on. So she came with me thinking, oh, you're not scared. Maybe that will help me a bit. But because I wasn't scared, they tried to scare me more. And it was terrifying her. So he was walking around. Just like in this zombie thing. I'm like, say like this is the seats we're sat on. Aisles here, the other seats on the other side. And someone's come up, like walk past here. She's like ducking down from this thing, trying not to get the zombie to like see her or whatever. I'm just sitting there like laughing because I just find it funny. And then he like leans over and gets right in my face. I'm just again grinning, laughing. She's screaming next to me. I'm like, what the fuck?
I genuinely cried the whole time when I did it. and I tried to sprint the whole way through, but then I couldn't. I didn't know where I was going.
I would pay to see that, you sprinting away from the zombies.
I was so scared, and I remember I ran through the bus.
No, but like,
because you go in through like a back thing, and then you go out through the front.
This one that we got on, we had to sit down on it. Like, you get on, you sit down for a bit. They just walk up and down and do a bit, but like, you couldn't go through it.
Oh,
you could get up, and all you'd be able to do is run to the back.
I'm sure I ran through it. Well, I definitely didn't sit in there.
You end up getting off it, but for the one I went on, you get up, you go in, sit on it. That's crazy. Pause. And then you, once they fucked
sit
off.
on it.
Wait, what is that from?
Steve,
it's
Steve
the Family Fortunes.
And he does a split, and it's like ding.
He doesn't do the splits.
Oh, well, the TikTok. Okay, Steve Harvey doesn't do the splits.
Just drops and does the splits on Family
But the TikToks of people dressed as Steve Harvey, they do the splits. They sit on
What's
it.
the question?
Ding! And it's like, name something you'd like your something to do.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something
Your partner to your face or some shit like that.
Oh,
like,
yeah. That's exactly what it is. But yeah, and in the pictures in the maze, I've told you about this before. I'm crying. I'm literally
some of my friends were
sobbing in the pictures.
I think the best thing about Friday Night though is just doing the rides at night. At night. Saw in the daytime, I think it's so mid. At night, it's sick.
Yeah.
Do you remember the start of it? Remember the start of it where you go? It's like for context for people that maybe aren't in the UK or just like, I don't know it. It's like a roller coaster, and then you go through like this little dark tunnel thing. There's some like creepy stuff. Oh, not that scary. But then it goes really dark. In the daytime, you can still see, and there's like a massive drop, but just on the other side of this drop where it like grazes your head, kind of thing. Obviously far enough away. But it's like a big, I don't know, it's like a roller with like giant spikes on it. But as you do it, when you get there, you don't see it, and then the lights light up. When you do that at night, you can't see anything. So you're just going through this dark tunnel, you just stop, boom, lights come on, and there's just these spikes in front of you of a drop you're about to go into. It's sick. It's fucking good. It's
really, really good. The rides there are great.
Yeah, you're scared of all the people dressed up as zombies running around.
Yeah, I'm scared of the actors, basically.
I'm trying to think, because I did a few other mazes. I did one that was like, I mean, I'm just getting sidetracked talking about football. That's not what we're doing. But I want to go back there. I would love to do that because my birthday is the day after Halloween. So I want to go there on my birthday. That would be cool. Trying to get everyone to do that though would be a different question.
Yeah.
Something else I wanted to talk about and just like ask you about and stuff, because it's genuinely interesting. I don't know if we've spoke about it that much, like genuinely, is bucket lists. What's on the top of your bucket list? Like, I don't care what other things. If you have your bucket list, you pick one. What thing would you pick from it to do? Like, you definitely want to do this before you die.
One thing that would be really cool is to see all the 7 wonders of the world.
That would be sick.
To see all of them.
Is there any ones in particular that you like, or like, if you can't do all of them, which ones would you want to do more than
Great
others?
Wall of China would be mad.
This is a question. This is a genuine question. It might be really stupid or it might be valid. But is Niagara Falls one of the 7 wonders, or is it not? I feel like it's low-key not. Or is it? I'm Googling it.
Great question. I don't know.
Because I really want to go there, just to go there and see it.
Go down it in a barrel.
Yeah. Like that Family Guy episode. They throw someone off it. Is it either Peter or Quagmire or something? Throw him off of Niagara Falls.
Peter.
I feel like it's not, but apparently it's the 8th wonder of the world.
Well, that's throwing a curveball.
Yeah. They're just adding whatever numbers they want now. Because yeah, Niagara Falls just looks sick, man. Just in that little like shape, giant waterfall. I want to
walk along the Great Wall of China.
I really, really want to go to Brazil and go to Rio, but I just know that it's so dangerous there. But
yeah,
like,
I'd love to go to Rio.
I'd love to go to Brazil, or like not even Rio in general, just somewhere in Brazil and not have the threat of getting mugged every 2 steps that I walk. So I want to see the what is it, the Christ the Redeemer, or whatever, the big fucking.
Oh yeah, that would be really cool.
The view from there looks nuts, and just like it's a really weird thing, but like I want to see. It sounds so weird because it's like I want to see the favelas, but like it's a kind of weird thing because it's like favelas are literally just like a poverty-stricken thing, but like they look fucking beautiful. Like on the sides of the mountains, when you actually just look at them as a thing, just as a thing, regardless of like what it's for or why it's there.
I recently saw.
They look sick.
This is like actually quite a weird coincidence. I think it was yesterday. I saw a TikTok about a guy who is American and he went to Brazil. And he went on a night out in Brazil and then got invited to a favela party by locals. And he was like, fuck yeah. Because like, if he goes with people that live there, then you'll feel a bit safer
Yeah.
because you kind of can get in there, you know people, whatever. And he said it was amazing, but like it's mad how you get a taxi, they'll take you to like the edge of it, and then they have to drop you off, and the only way to then get into them is through specific motorbikes that are like guys that like fully agree to go through there and are like fine with it. And he was saying it's like it's unreal.
It's like it's not the same
But
vibe,
you just
but
like
the
you
way
can't
you get
record
there.
things, and you can't like. You've obviously got to be like super respectful because one wrong move and
it's not even you can't record things because you can't record it. It's just if you get your phone or camera out, gone. Like,
well, he was just saying like they just supposedly don't want you recording things.
I know people that have recorded. I've done a thumbnail for a video of people that have gone to the favela and played a football match like with the kids and the thing, and it was a sick fucking video as well. It's a girl. She was playing like just like little street football and the thing, and I'm pretty sure Speed's done it. I'm pretty sure Speed went to Brazil, went to one of the favelas and played football there, and he was fine. And he's got people with his fucking thousands and thousands of dollars streaming equipment to do it IRL, stuff like that. I don't know how much security he had with him, but it doesn't look like he rolls with a lot of security. But he done that. And I was gonna say like the way that you have to go in there on the motorbike and stuff is like the Paris catacombs. How you have to like take something, but even that, there's so many stories of people getting like a guide and the guy just ditches them.
That's so
in
scary.
there, and it's like find your way out. Like fuck that.
I would never ever do that. That literally is my worst nightmare. I can't even hack Thorpe Park mazes.
Yeah. Well, like, have you ever done like an actual hedge maze? Just like one where there's not like scary things, but you've just got to find your way around it.
Yes.
I feel like you'd get lost in it so easy. Like you just give up.
Yeah, and I panic immediately.
You just try and run through the bushes.
There was a place near where I grew up that had like in the summer they would do this like big dinosaur thing like for kids, obviously. And one of the things was a massive maze, and in the middle there was a big dinosaur egg. And I remember I was so scared. I was so scared of it. I thought it was real, obviously. And I also remember we had a dinosaur in our primary school. I'm really going off topic
Was it like
here.
your head teacher or something?
They even got like a Sky News van to come in and like pretend to make a report about it. Somebody
pretend to make a report about it.
I have no idea what they gained from this, what this was for.
Prank patrol.
They made a fake dinosaur egg. It looked really real. Well,
that's crazy. Getting like a fake news van.
They had a fake news van, fake reporter come in and say like, "There's a dinosaur egg in our school and it's hatched." Oh, that was the other thing. It's hatched.
Oh my god.
And we had a big nature reserve in our school, and they convinced us that the dinosaur was in the nature reserve, and they left like fake kind of
like dinosaurs.
Yeah, like things to make us believe there was actually a dinosaur running around, a baby dinosaur running around in our nature reserve. And I don't know whatever.
That's crazy. The school doing that. School just literally misinforming kids.
Where's the budget? Like, like why?
Yeah, the production for that is nuts. The fact they got a whole fake.
Why have they done that?
TV crew.
I don't know what they gained that for, but what they gained from that. But so random.
Yeah, that is fucking wild. Literally prank patrolling in the school, teaching kids that dinosaurs still exist. This is a bit crazy. I used to think those hedge mazes and stuff like quicksands that was going to be such a problem when I was old. Like I used to think that like getting lost in the hedge maze and never being able to find your way out was going to be like such a huge problem as a kid. Even though when I went in there, I would just run around.
It's that classic thing, and I see people talk about it a lot, but it is so true. Like as a kid, you think these things are going to really impact you, like the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, literally.
I
saw
Rem
like,
the other day. That is so true. I remember being so scared of the Bermuda Triangle. Like, when will I pass through that ever? I remember like hearing about it and being like, no, no. Like, so scared of it.
Rem the other day when him and Ellis were flying out to meet James Fuhad on tour. He posted on his stories he was flying out over there. His like plane, because they're going to like Florida and they fly Bermuda to get there. And he was like, wait, he was like, he took a picture of the flight. I was like, hold the fuck on, where's the triangle? And it was like, someone told a pilot on his story. It's funny. I can't remember if it was to that or something else. He was like, oh no, it was after something else, but he posted a story and made me laugh. It was like a reverse thing of his plane taking off. He's like, yeah, I told the pilot to land back at Gatwick or something, wherever they took off from. Right, I think I'm going to charge this there. Once again, guys, if you've enjoyed this episode, please leave a like. Please subscribe to the YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. Give us a 5-star rating if you're rating us on Spotify, or I don't know what audio platforms this is on. If you're listening though, even better.
It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be on your USB stick. It's going to be in your dad's hard drive.
Facts. And if it is on your dad's hard drive, check it before you put anything on there. And if you want to keep up with us, follow us on probably mainly on our Instagram, because we'll post updates on our stories and stuff like that. Everything's in the description of YouTube, should be in the description of Spotify as well. But yeah, thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Love you. Bye.